When I got married to Bobby, we used to walk down to this Casey's store and steal ham and bread. We lived off ham and bread because he wasn't working and we were poor. I tried to keep in school, I really did, but it just didn't work because I had to have a job.
We were all like, wow, we can't believe she quit school and she's living with a guy. And so in the mornings, we'd all walk to school and we'd walk by her apartment. All of us girls are like, God, so old. I was in awe, like, wow. But she seemed pretty confident about it. You know, today he'd be arrested for being a pedophile.
Bob, her husband, to me, he always treated me decently. He was, a decent guy to me, but I heard there was a lot of other stuff going on, extracurricular.
He was watching TV and I was in the kitchen and there was a boxing match on TV. And he was just goofing off, pretending like he was boxing and everything else. So he'd come up and he'd kind of jab me a couple times, like he'd pretend boxing. Then he'd just punch me real hard. It's like it triggered something in him or something, And he pushed me up against the window and then he stopped and he goes, you need to leave now because, he goes, now that I did that, it's gonna happen again. He hit me a couple times in the kitchen and told me to get the fuck out. The last straw was found out Bobby was screwing around on me, and she was 12. I called my brother Tom, and I told him to come get me. I'd had enough. We were only married 6 months. I packed all my stuff and went with Tom.
Physical and psychological abuse for Lori was commonplace and thus a learned behavior.
After my divorce from Bobby Roberts, I went back to the school to see if I could get back in 8th grade. And they sent me to the Board of Education for an IQ test. And I had a high IQ, so they passed me from 8th grade to 10th grade. But, at that time, I was already married, divorced. I drove, I bartended. The rest of the kids in 10th grade seemed so young that I had to just quit school. The day I quit school, I went and got my GED. I had a goal. Decided I was gonna do something. Even if it's wrong, I'm gonna do something to take care of myself.
Lori needs to get fucking angry at my mom, feel the pain of what happened to her. She served my sister up, her daughter, to a rapist and a serial pedophile. She said, here he is. And that's beyond bad judgment. That was a big deal. It really set the tone for me versus my mom. I mean, openly hostile from that point on.
I loved my mom. She was a lot of fun. She died when I went to jail. She's only 52 years old. So that hurt. That was really tough. Because prosecuting attorney wouldn't let me go to the funeral. He said to have my brother Tom film it and show it to me in 20 years when I get out.
There's old Bob. You didn't go to her funeral.
They wouldn't let me.
Yeah, how do you go?
I know you didn't, and I tried to tell you should have.
Oh, well, really?
Because you'd regret it later in life.
I have absolutely no regrets.
You should.
She was never a mother.
Oh, no, she wasn't
to me.
a mother.
No, but that's what I wanted her to be. My youngest memory is after she left was going out and looking for her. You guys were best friends.
Yep.
Except you were 14.
Right.
And that was the worst thing.
Well, I didn't think so at the time.
No, of course you did, because you're 14.
Yeah. So, but everybody makes mistakes.
No, but stop it, because you did. Did you ever give Josh drugs or alcohol?
Well, no.
Okay. Why?
Because I wouldn't do that.
That's why. Because why?
Because he's my son.
That's right. Because there's just some shit that mothers don't do.
Well, yeah, what she did was wrong. She,
no, she ruined your life.
Well, she did.
She fucking ruined your life.
I forgave that.
I'm not fine. That's good for you.
I don't want it to tear me up.
I'm not telling you
to hate her.
You don't have to hate her, but for you to get over it, you got to fucking know how shitty it was.
It was shitty.
Yeah.
I had a lot of time to think about it, but I'm standing here strong because maybe because of what I went through. I don't know.
Not because, no.
Maybe because I learned.
Don't give a
I don't
fucking.
No, I'm not saying because of her. I'm just
Yeah.
saying all the different things that I went through made me stronger. Made me a
I agree with that.
survivor.
Oh, that's right.
You know,
That's right.
that's what I'm saying.
That's right.
But
All right.
Lori Stockdale is a young woman who is a product of a broken home and an upbringing characterized by a total lack of continuity of the morals and values necessary to function in society.
She became a big-time drug dealer and ended up in prison. Well, fucking right, she did.
I didn't meet Lori till I was probably 16. We were all going to the bars back then. We just really hit it off. You know, we're a lot alike. We're really outgoing and like to laugh and like to, you know, kind of be the life of the party.
Yeah, she's a wild child. Out front, outgoing, wanted to be herself, but she kind of felt like she couldn't because she was married at a young age, and her stepdad being a cop. And it's just, I don't know, I just kind of felt that she was trapped in a way.
I didn't feel like I fit anywhere. It's like, I can't go home. I'm no longer a child wanting to go to my parents' house. I was looking for something. I don't know what. I still don't know what. But just somewhere that I belonged, where I didn't have to pretend like I was good or pretend like I was the wife, like with Bobby, and be something I wasn't. And then I met Shirley Inman at the strip joint, the Horseshoe Club. She was always there at the poker table, and she always had a wad of money stuffed down her bra. Everybody knew her. She was like a madam, I guess, and I got along very well with Shirley. She was somebody to look up to, another woman.
My mom believed it was a cold day in hell before she deprived somebody of a place to stay, a hot meal, and a shower. She brought Lori over to the house, and Lori lived in our house for a couple of years.
Scotty Inman. I met him when I moved into his mom Shirley's house, and he's been by my side for years. Scotty was a good kid. He's younger than I. How old are you now?
Now I'm 58.
All right, so
I was probably
yeah, he's 2 years
50.
younger than me. He was 2 years younger than me,
I
but
was
to
probably
me he was a
14.
kid, you know. But he was a good kid. He's always been a good kid. So he was always like a little brother to me.
I love about Lori Arnold. She's like my sister. She's always been outgoing, outspoken person. Stand up for what you believe in. Basically, don't take no shit off nobody type person. And that's kind of like the way I was raised. You tell it like it is and be told like it should be.
I wasn't a very good influence on him, I think. But he was always fun and laughing, and he didn't do drugs. He didn't drink.
I smoked weed.
He just might have smoked weed, but you know, to me, weed's not no big deal. Shirley, she would do anything to make money. She had a couple girls that stayed with her at her house, and she would not only have poker games at her house with lots and lots of money involved, but she would also supply people with girls.
It was basically an escort service, I would have to say, you know.
She would like pimp them out to help build up her clientele, because they were like big shots around town. They were like powerful type thing. I told her I don't want to be a hooker or anything, but I had a car. So she wanted me to do her drug running. So she would send me down to a pharmacy and go up to pharmacists and say, I need to pick up Shirley's order, and they would have it ready.
Yeah.
So I thought, wow, she's got clout because, I mean, she's getting shit, the real shit from the pharmacist, you know? So I was impressed by, you know, she had connections type thing.
She had to have open heart surgery. They wouldn't give her any disability at the time, no help. So that's kind of the reason why she kind of started selling, you know, this a little bit here and there. But, you know, I mean, it was nothing to hurt anybody.
Then one day I went in to get her order, and the regular pharmacist guy wasn't there. I said, I'm here to pick up Shirley's order. He goes, well, you can just get it right there. And it was just over-the-counter stuff that I could have just grabbed myself and got. I was thinking it was all illegal drugs and this type of thing. So I thought, Hazma was the name of it, and it was for hay fever and asthma. So she would take a bottle of 110. She'd take 100 of them, put them in a baggie, and sell them as speed for, 5 times what's paid for them. And then, just save up the other 10 until she got another 100. And I'm like, I could do that, So I was going to get my own over the counter and started selling the speed to other people, making the whole profit for myself. I didn't do that for very long. That was the first time I made money off of drugs. And then Floyd came into the picture.
There's no bullshit about Floyd Stockdale, who was the captain of the Grim Reapers, the grimy rapers, as I would call them.
Floyd's nickname was Sin, and you didn't want him coming out. Floyd's a great person, do anything in the world for you, just don't cross him.
First time I saw Floyd, he came into Donna's place with the Grim Reapers. And it was just such a powerful sight to see all them choppers come in and all these bikers walk in. He was very well respected. And usually when you have a lot of respect, you've earned it. But we just kind of hit it off because I wasn't afraid of him, and he wasn't used to people coming up and just, challenging him anyway, because everybody was afraid of Floyd. Floyd looked mean. He had that mean look. He had that unapproachable. And that's the kind of people I approach because I like a challenge.
This group of guys were specifically about running drugs at this point and crime. Because of the socioeconomic situation in Ottumwa, it was on.
Bike clubs are known for their involvement in drugs, guns, pretty much anything to make money. They're a band of brothers, and they trust each other, and they have each other's backs. So when you're moving illegal stuff to make profit, you want people around you that you can trust. Floyd said, tell you what, if you'll take me to pick up, he was getting White Cross, he was getting Black Beauties, all different kinds of speed. He was giving me money, and all I had to do was drive him to Des Moines and then drive him back to Ottumwa. I went to one of his biker friends' house. This guy had money stacked on a coffee table, and he had a pound of cocaine laying there next to it. He told me to sit down, and he said, you want a line? I'm like, sure. I had never done cocaine. I said, this isn't just little pills you can get off the pharmacy or selling truck driver drugs, speed. This is big time here. Just looking at that stack of money laying there, and everybody was very calm, very cool, no paranoia, nothing, just having a good time. I'm like, I like this, I can get into this.